Hi everyone, it's Nana, Foxy Mama 365. I'm back again with the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 11, episode 15, and it's called Let's Make It Official. So pretty much we're back in Atlanta, and I'm really happy to be back with the girls here because it's kind of more home, and yeah, we're not scared of them doing any funny business. Yeah, so we're back home in Atlanta, and everybody settled back in. We see Porsha and Dennis are going baby shopping to get some stuff for the baby, and they're very excited. I'm really excited for Porsha and Dennis, and they go in, and then they're thinking of getting 4 of everything. In other words, 4 stroller, literally. And the lady's like, oh, okay, think about it. And she shows them a really good stroller. And they're wondering, should we be buying 4 of everything? Because there's Porsha's home, which is called I think she's called it the doula or something. I didn't even know it had a name. Portia's home, Dennis's home, his mom's home, and Portia's mom's home. So buying so many things, even though the one they want to buy will last for 5 years, but that's really, come on, you really just never know. But that's quite a lot. So they have a conversation, Portia and Dennis, to say, do we really need that many? Are we still gonna keep living in this 4 people situation, 4-way situation where you still have your bachelor pad and I still have my house? And Dennis is willing to compromise. He's like, look, I probably tend to spend more time at your place, being that it's probably a bigger situation instead of you guys cramping up in my place. And he's willing to sell his place. And I thought that was really good. This took me back to when I first walked into Toys R Us to do my baby shopping when I was pregnant. And I remember my husband going and saying, oh, take whatever you want. And I was like, huh? And literally I started to cry. I started crying because I'm like, but I don't know what I want to buy, even though I had a list, but I was still like, what do I do? And so pretty much my emotions just, it just shows you that really, because when I'm thinking back now, I'm like, why were you crying? My emotions, I was like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to buy. It's so much to buy. And I'm like, and my husband, obviously being the man, he's like, okay. He probably also didn't know what he was doing as well. But anyway, we got through it and it was cool. So those were fun times, kind of. Moving right along, we see also Eva is back and she's gone to have some time with her grandfather before he passes on. She's able to get there before he's taken off the tubes, and he's passed on right now. And Eva is also doing her wedding arrangements. She's back into the planning, and she's talking with her husband and her daughter, and I think they also have a DJ coming in to kind of select the music and all of that. And she's like, oh yeah, so far she's still happy with what's going on, but she's going over budget as it is. Good luck, Eva. Anyways, moving right along, Candy is back into the OLG, the old lady gang. They're opening soon a new outlet, and Todd is there. They're talking and they're trying to see if they can get it open in 2 weeks time, and hopefully, I'm very happy for Candy. Can you see Candy bossing up? And I love to see women when they boss up and they're doing well in their own right. Then they talk about the surrogate situation, and Todd is like, he really doesn't want to be that involved. Nah, it's your child. I know I know we should snap the finger and the baby is here, but you have to go through the process. That's actually what unifies people as a couple, walking through every detail together. But hopefully he assures her that somehow it will work out. So good luck to them. And then she's also saying that her burlesque show, because I've been wondering I thought it was a party, but apparently it's a show, and she's sold out. So good for you, Candy. Then next we see Greg and Nene. Greg is heading for his surgery and they're still not in a good place. And Nene is trying to explain to us that pretty much she's over it. She's over being unhappy. She's over that even before Greg was diagnosed with cancer, they had been going through a rough patch, and she just didn't want to continue being unhappy in her life. I guess she's like, ugh. She's been there, done that. We've seen this about 3 or 4 seasons before, where they had wanted to get a divorce, but then they got remarried and things seemed to be okay, but maybe they have fallen back into that bad space. So I'm sad. But anyway, Greg is going in for his surgery to take out the bag that he's had, and it's a very complicated surgery, Nene says. So good luck to him. Hope he recovers. Next we see Candy and Todd they're going to meet with Dr. Jackie, who says she might have a surrogate lady for them. And I was thinking, oh, who wants to be a surrogate for 9 months for another person? That is a selfless act. It really is, because it is so uncomfortable to be pregnant for 9 months. Your hormones are raging. You're going up and down. I mean, granted, it might not be your eggs, but it's still your body. Your body is still supplying the nutrients for the child. So that was a cool thing. I was going to fast forward through this initially, and I was like, okay, let's just listen to what they have to say. And the lady said, oh, she used to work in an OBGY environment hospital, and she saw a lot of women that couldn't, carry to full term, and she felt, oh, if I could step in and help, why not? So she seemed like a good fit. So they talk about it, they talk with her, they ask her questions. Dr. Jackie, I would trust Dr. Jackie, because Dr. Jackie always seems like a sane mind. A mind of reason, yeah? So if she says the lady is good, I would trust with that. But I'll still want to find out, make sure. And the lady seemed pretty much okay. So they're thinking, okay, maybe they should do that. We'll see how that works out. Candy's very emotional, Moving right along, we see where we go to Porsha is with Dennis, and they're hanging out with Ron and Shamari, and they're going go-kart driving. Obviously, Porsha is not going to get involved in that, so she's hanging out with Shamari and they're talking. But we see Ronnie and Dennis getting into the cart, and Dennis is literally like driving. And Ron is like, woo! It was kind of cool. I kind of like to see couples, do things like that without the kids, and I totally love it. And then we later on see Porsha and Shamari playing pool, and they're getting that together while the men are actually talking. And at this point, Ron is like, have you proposed? What's going on? And Dennis is whispering and saying, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to propose on Friday. And, she doesn't know. Then the ladies walk up and they're like, what are you guys whispering about? And they're like, oh, nothing, just man talk, just, So it was kind of cool. So Porsha is obviously not in the know that the proposal is coming, but she's like, what is going on? Is this thing going to happen? Ugh, whatever. She's almost, I think she's about 6-7 months right now. So good luck to her. Next, we see Marlo and Cynthia coming to talk with Nene. Greg's out of the surgery and he's getting better and recovering. So Nene's back home. And Cynthia and Marlo had been with her through the journey in the hospital, and they've come back home. And Nene's still like, oh, she's exhausted, she's tired. Greg has been so much taking care of him. And at this point, for the first time, we see Cynthia actually say, Nene, Greg is going through a serious situation and he's actually the one dealing with it. Now, while you are dealing with the fallback of it, you also need to be understanding, And like I always say, walk a mile in my high heel before you judge. And I'm not quick to judge, but I also see where Cynthia is coming from. I get it that it's a stressful situation dealing with someone that's going through cancer, even though they might have had... Anyways, they're trying to get Nene to get some help, and it's get a nurse in to come and help her, even though Greg says he doesn't want a nurse, but it'll probably be a good idea just so it's not too much on Nene. But at the same time, maybe it shouldn't be someone that is there 24/7. That way Greg can still get about and do, some stuff for himself, and that way he heals faster. We'll see. Poor Eva. Eva is meeting up with someone that's helping her plan. Some lady that's, a professional event planner, I think it is. Or she's someone that's helping her, And they have boxes of deliveries of boxes for the dresses that she plans to wear. She was saying she's going to wear 3 dresses. And she's trying them on. And unfortunately for her, one of the materials from one of the dresses, they can't get it because apparently it's out of stock. And she's like really crying, and she's like, oh, they're giving her. And I'm like, Eva, girl, it's really not that big a deal. We're probably not going to even remember. Who remembers what Kim Kardashian wore for her first wedding? I don't. Do you? Who remembers what she wore for Kanye's wedding? I might remember that one because I know he had a very long veil. But pretty much, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that important, get it together. So Eva is crying and she's whinging, and I'm not doing that with her. Good luck, Eva. So now we get to the proposal. Porsha is like, oh, obviously she doesn't know what's going on, but her sister is recording and she's going to get on a helicopter and go meet Dennis somewhere. Initially she was like, can we just postpone this? And then he's like, no. So she's like, okay, I'll come out. So then she goes out and then she gets there and she's like, oh, what's going on? You know? And she thought she was going for some function. And she gets there and she hears Little Mo. She's like, that's my song. Little Mo is singing and Little Mo, there are petals on the floor and Dennis is standing right there and it's her favorite song. So literally she's almost in tears. Her sister shows up. The people are taking pictures. So she's like, oh my God, that rock, Dennis did good with that rock. No wonder he had to sell that apartment. He sold that apartment for that rock. You get that right. So I'm really happy for Porsha. What the hell did Little Mo have on her head? No. Well, what the hell do I have on my head? Any which ways, I'm happy for Porsha. She's talking about it and just being happy, and I really hope she can just, you know, just take this time and enjoy the pregnancy, enjoy being happy, and don't worry about what other people, the naysayers will always talk, but keep it moving, have fun, you know, it's one, you're going to have this is a one in a lifetime, you know, thing that you do to have your first child. You're never going to get that memory back, so bask in it. So we see next week, what do you think is going to happen? We'll hear about the drama that happened between Nene and Marlo, and Nene talking at the cameraman, for which allegedly she was suspended for a week or two without pay. We don't know what's going on, but we'll be watching. So guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, be sure to share, be sure to subscribe, and comments down below. Bye.